Hi everyone, it's me, Hopefully Skinny, and I'm back for my week six update. And so we'll start off really quick with my numbers. And let's see, back in 2006, I was 557 pounds. November 2014, I was 247. July 24th, which is my surgery day, I was down to 366. August 1st, I was 350.1. August 8th, I was 346. August 15th, I was 343. And August 29th, I was 345 with a 2-pound gain. Today, and September 5th, I'm down to 339, which is 6 pounds lost this week. I can't complain. After last week of a gain, I was absolutely sure that I wasn't going to lose any more weight and that the surgery was an absolutely fail for me. So I was really relieved to see my weight loss. But with last week, I realized that I needed to have something to measure success by other than my scale numbers. And I have non-scale goals or non-scale victories, depending on what you want to call them. And so I've done a few of them already, which one of them was actually quite by chance. One of my non-scale goal was to attend a conference, an anime conference or a con or something of that nature. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge geek, like really big geek. And I like anime, manga, scary movies. I'm video games. I'm a huge geek. And Nick, who I was introduced to through my friend Damian and Christina, had to give up his ticket to SAC Anime this past weekend, and he gave it to me. Thank you, Nick. I'm sorry you couldn't know, but thank you for not going, because I had an amazing time. So I posted a lot of pictures of the SAC Anime on my Facebook, so if you're interested, you can go take a look. And it was fabulous. But yeah, which I'll get back to talk to that more later. But that was one of my non-scale victories that I actually was able to do, is I was able to go and walk around and do all these things that I hadn't done before. Also, I was able to buy a t-shirt straight from a vendor and have it fit. That's anytime I buy clothes, I can't buy them from a vendor, from a conference or anything like that. They don't make sizes big enough for someone like me, or they didn't used to. But I have gotten small enough where the regular 3X fits, and I was ecstatic because I was wearing a 5 or 6X, so that's 3 X's down. And I was able to fit it, and it's actually a little big, so I couldn't go down to a 2X, no way, but the 3X is a little big. One of the other ways that I decided that I was going to measure my success was taking my measurements. My measurements are 2 years old, so I thought it was time to redo them. So I'm going to get on with those numbers. And my waist was 58, and now it's 52. So that is 6 inches lost around the waist. My neck was 17.5, and it is now still 17.5. So I haven't lost a lot of weight around my neck. And then my bicep was 14.5, and it is now 14 even. So that's half an inch lost there. My forearm was 10.5, and now it is 9.5. So that is an inch on my forearm right here. And then my chest was 55, and now it is 46. So that is like 5 pounds, or yeah, 5 pounds lost, something like that, or 5 inches lost. No, that's 9 inches lost. Wow, my math is just real bad. 9 inches lost around my chest. What? And my hips, I was an 82, a whopping 82, and now I'm a 62. So that was 10 inches lost around my hips. And my calf was 20.5, and now it's 19.5. And yes, that's an inch lost there. So overall, I'm shrinking. I was happy to see those numbers because I was getting really down because my body shape isn't really changing. I'm just getting smaller all over. So I guess that's fine, you know. I just would really like my stomach, you know, because I have if you're over 100 pounds overweight, your weight starts to, you start to become disproportionate. And where I hold all my weight is right in my middle, and my stomach hangs down low in what they call an apron, or I call it the gut. And why I call it a baguette is because it's a gut, but it looks like butt sometimes, so it's a baguette. Anyways, I know that will eventually go away. I know that I'll have to have surgery to replace the, to remove the apron, but that's, it's a little bit ways away, and I don't need to worry about it now. I need to focus on losing weight and being healthy doing it. So weight loss is good. So I like to have a holistic view of the surgery, especially with what I'm going through at the moment. And so some of the things that I'm still struggling with is food. Food still hurts my stomach. I'm on a full bariatric diet right now, which means that I can pretty much have almost anything. But there are some things my pouch can't tolerate. It doesn't like onions, and I love onions. It gives me really bad heartburn. I can have broccoli. Broccoli was really gentle on my stomach, and they usually said that would be one of the more harder things to have. But squash was a little bit difficult for my stomach. And starches are still really gentle on my stomach. Like, I love me some starches, but there's too many calorie content, especially when you need so many grams of protein, that I pretty much taking carbs out of it. Like, I still have crackers with my tuna fish occasionally, but my carbs are cut way down. I am getting my protein in. I'm trying really hard to get them in, so I eat pretty much a protein-based diet with a little bit of vegetables, and I think that's pretty normal. That's where everyone is at this stage of their recovery with bariatric surgery. Yeah, the weight loss at first I struggled with, but it's looking up. So I also went back to work last week, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit difficult because my job's very heavy on multitasking. And for a month I just focused on one or two things at a time. I focused on my health, on my weight loss, and that's what I focused on. And going back to work where I had to focus on many different things at the same time, it sorry, responding to someone. It took a little bit getting used to. So I had to come up with a routine to get me back into work this week, and I've applied it. And so I had to apply it to work, and I've had no hiccups this week so far, because I've been just perfect on top of it. But like I said, having that month off was difficult to get back into the swing of things. It wasn't too hard, but it was just something that I really had to focus on. Oh, and this last weekend I said that I had the anime convention to go to. It was a blast. I sat in on a panel for Attack on Titan, which, if you have not seen that anime and you're at all interested in anime, you have to see it. It is really, really good. I took a lot of photos of the cosplay. A lot of people cosplayed as Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is good, but it is not my favorite all-time anime. Probably my favorite all-time anime would have to be Full Metal Alchemist. And they had a lot of cosplay in for that too, but Full Metal Alchemist is not as new as Attack on Titan as it was on 2013. The newest Full Metal Alchemist was 2009. So there was a lot more Attack on Titan than there was Full Metal Alchemist. I also sat in on a panel with, trying to remember her name, Carmela Luddington. I think that's her name. Carmela Luddington. Yeah, and she was the body model and the voice actress for the Tomb Raider reboot game. And so everyone was asking her questions like, what was the difference between voice acting and your role on True Blood and or your role on Grey's Anatomy, you know, all that stuff. And they were asking basically the same questions over and over, just in different ways. And I I wanted something a little bit more informative, I guess. So I asked her if where she would like to see video games go from here, as far as women were in the video game world, and also how women are portrayed in video games, and the video games that are geared for women and or girls. And she said that we need more female writers for these video games because it is still a very, very male dominant career, and people buying these games that aren't sexualizing women. And I have to agree, like a lot of video games that if there is a female protagonist, she is overly sexualized, from Bayonetta to Candy Chainsaw, whatever that is, to even Heavenly Sword, which was an amazing game. She was in very skimpy clothing, and she you know it over sexualized her body. And I'm not saying they should all be 300-pound women or anything like that, but we do have ugly male characters because they want a rough look to them or a tough look to them, yet we still overly sexualize our female characters in video games. So it'd be interesting to see something more normal in these video games. So that's I had an amazing time. I spent a lot of time there, and yeah, so I would go again. As far as my upcoming plans, this weekend I'm taking it easy, cleaning house, getting ready for the weekend after, which is the bariatric fun event, which I will be going. It's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at William Land Park in Sacramento. If you're in that area, you should try and go. It's always good to be supportive of each other, and these events really form a sense of community between other bariatric patients. Also, it's my best friend's birthday, and we'll be having a birthday get-together here, so I need to make sure the house is clean. And then the weekend after, I believe I'm going to San Francisco to visit another friend for her birthday. And then on October 18th, which is a Saturday, and October 19th, which is a Sunday, there's going to be a Sacramento Con convention at the Scottish Rite Center, across the street from CSUS. And this, of course, if you know what a con is, which I don't have to explain too much, is very similar to an anime convention, but it's broader. It has comic books and horror movies and video games and card games and cosplaying, and as well as anime and manga and everything to do with that. Bryce Pepperbrook is going to be there, and he is the voice he's one of the voices in Attack on Titan. So hopefully I'll be able to get his autograph, because I'm going, and I'm going to take Nick, who gave me the ticket to the anime convention. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyways, I think that's all I have to say. So I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to say I wish you guys a healthy, successful journey on your weight loss, and I hope that after surgery is as bright for you as it is for me. And until next time, have a good week.